Welcome to this episode of Kennedy Saves the World. It's Monday, but it's also 9/11. So we have to have a very serious person here to discuss very serious things. Unfortunately, Bill Hemmer was not available. So
No, he was not.
I just said Jimmy Kilmeade.
Yeah, Jimmy Kilmeade.
Is there something I don't know?
We're waiting the DNA results. It's going to be really awkward. Those Fox and Friends hits are about to get weird. For some reason, they'll only have me over Zoom. They won't let me come in studio. I don't know what's up.
So, yeah, Peter Ducey gets to sit on Steve Ducey's lap.
Yeah.
on Father's Day, which I think is lovely.
Yeah.
And that's how it should be. And hopefully you and Brian will be able to enjoy the same thing. Our president isn't even commemorating 9/11. He's in Alaska. And I understand that everyone's like, Alaska's part of the United States. I get that. I get the 50 nifty states.
Yeah.
I love the song.
Yeah.
I love Alaska. I'm a fan. I'm not a fan of this president. He easily could have altered his schedule to be in Pennsylvania, D.C., or New York on 9/11.
Yeah, they didn't attack an igloo. They attacked the city.
Yeah.
And you know what I always think back to in this moment is Jill Biden famously in October of 2020 saying, empathy's on the ballot. Fast forward to today. And by the way, we're skipping 9/11.
Yeah.
Empathy's on the ballot, but sorry, 9/11. I had a prior commitment.
22 years later, haven't you guys had enough? Have you had enough commemoration?
But it's so
F you.
Of course. And the idea that like, well, he's got to be, doing this climate change thing on the tail end of the G20. He could have did it on the front end. He was on the beach every day of August. I saw him and his C-cup breasts all over the beach. Okay, he could have done this
I do get a bit
before
envious.
the G20.
When I see that, I'm like, that's a nice full bosom. I took that to my surgeon and said,
if I could get this, nip tuck. I mean, listen.
If you could tuck my nips.
As a silver lining guy, okay? Yes,
and you always are. I mean, Silver Linings Playbook, Jimmy Failla
was
here
originally
in studio.
supposed to be me.
Exactly
it was not going to be Bradley Cooper.
No.
It was a guy who played a lot of Milton Bradley games. That was going to be the hook. They're like, no, this kid's good at shooting ladders. Shoots and ladders. Jennifer Lawrence, I tell you, you'll love him. So listen, there's an upside, which is that we don't have to risk him going down there and referring to it as 7-Eleven, which is even money in Vegas. But to get past that, the reason you say never forget, the reason we replay the grim horror of 9/11 is to remind people, okay, that we can't take our eye off the ball, you understand, and become more susceptible to this type of thing in the future. I mean, that's a big part of it. It's not supposed to be a day about the president. It's supposed to be a day that belongs to the victims. Ergo, he should be showing up to honor them.
Yes.
And maybe keep our eye on the ball of future attacks.
Yeah, and give us reassurance that we don't have to worry about this because he is so vigilant and he internalizes history so deeply that he's worrying about it so we don't have to so much. But the fact that he's not makes me worry even more.
Oh, no question. I mean, because I don't know. I don't, the old adage I always say a lot, defense wins championships, because I'm intellectually stunted. I can only socialize in sports cliches.
Thank God.
Okay. But, in a world of defense wins championships, okay, the guy in charge of protecting the homeland has let 7 million people cross the southern border, which is not defense. Like when you tell me the border's closed, because it's the clown optics of this administration that concern me. I'm not speaking to you as a politico. I'm speaking to you as an American, okay? When you tell me with a straight face that something is closed, but you've let 7 million people in, don't you hate when you get to the store at 8:01? They're like, sorry, we're closed.
Yeah.
Only 7 million of you can come in.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not closed. But the performative stupidity of this administration.
It is like a clown car. I mean, literally, I feel like clown cars full of people just pull up to the southern border every day. It's like...
The only reason...
There's a guy on stilts. There's a bear juggling.
The only reason...
Come on in, asylum seekers. Woo!
And not only that is it not only is it a clown car, okay, but we have a president that no one would let drive it. So it's a clown car with the president driving shotgun.
Yeah, remember when Hillary Clinton was like, I can't drive a car anymore. They won't let me. But did you see Biden's press conference yesterday? When he was like, son of I'm so tired not taking questions from you.
Yeah.
My minders told me I got to pick on people. Did I pick on everybody? Creech on Pierre. That's it. We're done. That's it. We're putting a lid on this.
Dude, they played music. Like he won, like a middle of the Oscars Oscar
like a
where
lighting
they play
award.
you off.
Yeah.
He won an Oscar at 9:13. You know how the big awards are given out at like 10:50?
Yep.
He won a 9:13 Oscar. They're like, we can get another Moderna commercial in if we go to break now. All right, just play him off.
Yep.
The President of the United States.
And he's like, what?
It's so sad.
But this is only going to happen with greater frequency. It's only going to get worse. But my question for voters is, and the Democrat Party, how bad do you want it to get?
Yeah.
Really, because it's up to you. Like if there's an establishment, if there's a committee, if it's the upper echelon of the party and they're the one who's deciding to keep him in place, how bad do you want it to get?
Seriously.
Honestly, do you want him to poop his pants in the middle of a press conference when he's overseas? It's gonna happen. Do you want him to just freeze up like Mitch McConnell? Those are the leaders that we have in Washington. How bad does it have to get before they do bring out the metaphorical giant cane?
Do you remember? It's so sick to think we're living in a time where you used to go to Six Flags as a kid and they'd have a sign up of rides that are closed that day. Yeah. That we now have that in Washington. They're like, no, the Senate minority leader, he's not working. It's not functioning. No, the president, it's high humidity.
Yeah, the senior senator
kids.
from California.
It's embarrassing.
She fell down the stairs in a wheelchair
For
again.
Real. It's sick. Again. Okay. But if we're going to sit here on 9/11 and say never forget, as we should, okay, maybe not give us a president with Alzheimer's. Okay. He's forgetting. Sorry.
He forgets everything, though. I mean, it's not just the commemoration. It's everything. Jim, I will never forget the time that I get to spend with you.
Oh, no.
I am so excited for your comedy special coming up.
It's coming, girlfriend.
In just about a month. You are America's sweetheart.
It's America.
America's sweetheart. That's right. He's in camo. You won't see him coming. Along with Jimmy Failla, this has been Kennedy Saves the World. I'm Kennedy.
Boom.
Listen ad-free with a Fox News Podcast Plus subscription on Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Prime members can listen to this show ad-free on the Amazon Music app.
Oh, go ahead and leave me a review while you're there. I'd love to hear what you have to say. You've been listening to Kennedy Saves the World on the Fox News Podcast Network.